non-stop. Like the way you drop that. Love the way you top that. Said she want me on top. Girl, I need that non-stop.
Could this be real? See, it's all in the way you feel. I'm a bit of a big deal. Get you high like how that we feel. Henny spill, shit's real.
Sunday tea. You're here tonight. We're lit. You know, I always start off with a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Come on, you guys, bring yourself out. I'm waiting for you. You guys gotta let me know when they're out there. You guys, look at my dress tonight.
Doesn't she look fabulous? Give us a twirl. Twirl. I can't twirl because I've got enough room.
Check out the necklace, you guys.
Girl, I need that non-stop.
And check out the
Give it to you non-stop. Like the way you drop that.
You like the way I drop it? I'm gonna drop it right down.
Said she want me on top.
Sunday tea, we're lit. Hi guys, how you doing? I want to just let you guys know the dress I'm wearing tonight that is so lit is from MK Fashion. It's fabulous. The necklace I'm wearing is from MK Fashion. It's lit too. And you guys, the weather. Woo! MK Fashion made me look fabulous tonight on Sunday Tea here. You guys give them a clap or an hashtag tea, whatever you feel like doing. The weather is insane. Tonight is a night to cuddle up with your fellow, cuddle up with your girlfriends, cuddle up with your boyfriends, and maybe do a little bit of swinging. Our topic tonight, swingers, you guys, and mistrust in relationship and how to bring back the heat in the relationship tonight. And you know what? It's Sunday, it's cold, so let's see if we can put back some heat and some trust in the relationship. Ha! Let's! Who do we got out there? Anybody out there?
We got a ton of people out there.
Hey, you
We got
guys.
Robin DeLise is out there. Dave
Hi,
Body's
Rob.
there.
Hi,
Mark
Dave.
Friesen.
Hi.
Sierra.
Hello.
Shondell. Danae. Sophia.
Jeez.
Nordina.
Lit, you
Davis
guys.
Samuel. Candy D.
Hashtag tea, you guys. You want to talk dirty tonight? Hashtag tea. Let's talk a little bit. Christmas. We'll talk a little bit about that. It's slow. It's cold. But let's keep our faith, you guys, because whatever the Almighty God has for us, we are going to encounter it. So let's remember Him first, and then everything else will come. Anybody that's having a hard time out there tonight with Christmas, take it easy. Let's wind down a little and wait for everything to happen. And Christmas is about family and friends. Forget the good present. Don't stress over it. Forget all that money. Don't stress over it. Now, we want to talk about relationship. I know relationship is one of the hardest things to go through. Relationship is insane. Jesse, can we turn that on here?
Go, we're getting there.
Down at the bottom here so I can see, thanks. Relationship is, it looks easy when you're going into it because we have the romantic stage. But when we actually get into that marriage and that relationship, it becomes turmoil. And you really got to have a lot of faith and a lot of prayer with God to stay on track, you guys. And for all the people out there that are married today, God bless you. Keep fighting, keep praying, and keep holding on. And for the ones that aren't married, you need to try to get married because it's a blessing of God. It gives us lots of blessing. A lot of us are trying to find out how do we forgive our spouse. It is one of the hardest things to forgive our spouses when they cheat, when they go against us in any way possible. We find it hard. And I tell you, without trust in that relationship, the relationship is as good as gone. Without respect, the relationship is as good as gone. And without good sex, the relationship is as good as gone. Jeez. So we need to figure out how to keep we need a balance in that relationship to keep it all together. And that's what we're here for tonight. Do I have any questions before I go any further?
What we got there? Got lots of activity. It's hard to keep up today.
Woo! if somebody can touch this for me, it'd be great. I need this at the bottom here. That's my biggest thing.
What is it? Cardell says, yes, racing a relationship with God is the best relationship with God, is the relationship of God. He would like to be the power of his will be done. Josh Golden says, is 22 young to get married? Danzel says, I'm just tuning in.
Is 22 too young to get married? What is too young to get married, really? God put us on earth here to say a man is supposed to take a woman to be his wife, and with that comes blessing. I don't think 22, 23, 24 is... It depends on the person, the individual. If you have enough common sense and enough power to sustain that family and those children, because you remember you're going to have responsibility in that marriage, then I would say go. I would also say you need to take some counseling before you decide to step into a marriage at 22. There's nothing wrong with it, but you need to take some counseling. Who else was out there?
Oh, Danzel just tuned in.
Danzel, okay, great. Danzel, how you doing? I hope everything is fine. I hope you're having a fantastic Christmas.
MKFashions.ca says, looking amazing.
And thanks to you, MK Fashion.
This is the website to go take a look at some of her designs.
And we will get to the website
during
the show. We'll go back to it and we'll get inside of it and we'll give another look at her outfit. As well, MK Fashion is giving away a fantastic outfit like what I have on. In order to receive this outfit, and it's free of charge, excuse me, here it is, you guys. It's a large. It is a large, and whoever #T enough will receive this dress, the same dress that I have on.
Big shout out to MK Fashions. One dress designed by MK Fashions. Whoever #T the most tonight, we're going to hold the dress up so you can take a look at the gown. It's a beautiful gown.
So here is the gown. There it is, you guys. You #T, and this dress becomes yours. Free of charge. #T if you want it.
We have Keisha Cheeseman says, what's the hashtag? So can we clarify the hashtag for the...
You can put it up there and show her.
#T, #T.
#T, #T. That's what it is. #T. Let's see how many times somebody out there can do T. Sunday tea with Althea. And we will let the dress go to you. You will be picking it up here with me. Now, we're talking about... You got it on? There we go. How we doing out there? Are we losing our audience? Because I'm kind of watching Just Fix This.
We're at 15 viewers.
Give me a
and
second,
going.
you guys. I'm going to start the topic. We're just trying to fix something here. I want you guys to #T to get the dress. #T.
Just in time for Christmas.
MK Fashion. #T, and you'll be wearing this dress to your New Year's gala. You guys, it's so sexy. It has all my, look at my legs. Woo! Everything here shocking out tonight. So now we're here and we're talking about relationship, you guys. And I know that relationship, again, I said was really, really difficult. And the thing about it is, if you're married and you have your husband and he makes a mistake by either cheating or getting involved in something that he shouldn't have. And you know what? We're only human. Because what we have to remember that men, it's hard for a man to stay focused. Men think with not their head. Most men think with here. They don't think with their head. So, and nowadays we have to also say women are we are a crazy species. Think about it. When we see something that we want, oh my God. This is what we do when we see something that we want. The skirt comes up, and when we're in the club and we're walking around and we see that fella, the bending becomes even better. Do you know what I mean? And then, you know, we got to do this thing by, you know what I mean? So you guys know what I'm talking about. We are a different kind of species. We do crazy things to get men attention. So it makes the man harder to concentrate and deal. Now that kind of bend, what do you think will happen? Yes. So a man has it harder to think. So he has to think, he has to really be focused. And we at home, we got to not pest this man. We have to be on a communication barrier. We have to be on a different level with this fellow to keep him at home. But when he does step out of the house, how do we deal with it? How do most women deal with a boyfriend that's cheater or a husband that's cheater? If he cheats once, do we forgive him? If he cheats twice, do we forgive him? Or if he cheats once, do we put him out the door, or do we try to fix it? Somebody talk to me.
Dwight Edwards just tuned in. We also don't want to make it seem like it's only men that cheat. This also happens where women cheat as well. And in that instance, what does a man do?
Yeah, but we're not. Yeah, we know that both individuals cheat. We're not on men and we're not on women. It's both of them, men and women. But what we're talking about is forgiveness. It seems that most relationship, when cheating happens, we end up dissolving the relationship because we don't know how to forgive. So this is where we're all going to work together tonight to figure out work together and say, how do we forgive? How do we forgive?
Denzel Nesquick Skyer says, I mean, a hoe gonna be a hoe, man or woman.
That's not true. That's definitely not true, Denzel.
You don't think a hoe would be a hoe?
I don't think so. You have hoes that become great housewives. You have people that has lived a life from they were young, has so promiscuous. And they actually found a man that they love. They settle down, they grow their children fine. So I think, Denzel, you're very young, and I feel like that statement that you said, somebody burnt you. But a hoe is not always a hoe. Anybody can change in life. It doesn't even matter about a woman. A man can change to be a better person. A woman can change to be a better person. Anybody can change with time. So on that note, please open up your mind to a little bit more. A hoe is just not a hoe. And don't use that word hoe. I don't like it. It's insultive. Let's see, we have another one?
Denzel adds, people have their reasons for doing things they do. Their partner isn't giving them something in the relationship.
And that is really true. Now, when a man stops doing the things that his wife or his husband like. So when a woman stops doing the things that a husband like, a woman tends to stray. And when a husband stops doing what a wife needs, they stray. So both of them will stray. We have to find a common ground. And that to me again is communication. I think if we don't talk about it, we can't fix it. And a lot of people love their partners. They love their partners. But just because of things that they can't work out, they end up splitting up. You understand? So I think, again, it's respect, it's trust, and it's communication. And you have to remember, we are human. All of us are human. I will make mistake, and so will your husband, and so would your girlfriend, and so would your boyfriend. It depends on how much we want that relationship and to forgive. Do we have any questions out there, you guys? Sunday tea.
Denzel apologizes for using the word hoe. Says, my bad.
Denzel, I forgive you. I remember, every woman is very special. It's a woman that brought you on this earth, regardless.
We have Debbie Meekle that says, if a man or a woman cheats, it's because the partner is not satisfied in a relationship. Then they should not be in the relationship in the first place. Then we have Leanne Doucette.
Hold on.
Okay.
So how do we know that he's not satisfied in a relationship because he goes out and cheats? How do we know that he's not satisfied, Leanne?
That direction was from Debbie.
Oh, Debbie. Sorry, Debbie. Debbie, how do we know that our husband or our boyfriend or our next of whoever, how do we know he's not satisfied? What if he's satisfied with us and still wants more outside?
Good question. We'll wait for Debbie to respond, and then we have Leanne Doucette who says, you have to decide in your life whether you want to be happy or if you want to be right. Forgiveness comes from a place of being humble. Humility is correct.
Absolutely. So that's what it is. We need to learn to forgive. Most of us are getting married to men, and we're getting married because we think if he puts the ring on our finger, he's going to change and be our knight of shining armor. But if that man was that man cheats before he married you, he will cheat after he married you. You haven't changed him. He just gave you a ring. That's what we need to know. We can't change somebody by saying yes. We do. Questions, no. Because I'm going to bring my guest in, you guys. What time are we on?
We are at 7:30, and Denzel Skyers just says, women always know. Debbie says, I was answering Denzel when he said people cheat because the other partner is not being satisfied.
Thank you, Debbie. Thank you for opening up and letting him know that.
We got 23 people online jumping up.
So okay, guys, now I have Sally here, Sallyanna, and Sallyanna is going to tell us a little bit about swinging, their rules, their regulation, and how swinging keeps the relation hot and sassy. So let's find out what's going on here, and we'll come back a little bit to the relationship topic. It's still, you guys, we're still here. Hi, Sally, how you doing?
Hello, my dear.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Wonderful to meet you too.
All right. So we have all kind of question out there for swingers. So first of all, what I'm going to ask you is, do you swing?
Yes.
Okay, so you swing. Now, can you explain to me? Are you married? First of all.
Yes.
Okay. And do you swing with your husband? Is that how it works? It's like, do you guys go somewhere together where there's one couple here and there's another couple there? Or do you just go and, like, how does that work?
Well, there's a number of different places. There are a number of clubs around the city.
Yes.
There's private house parties.
Yes.
There's all sorts of websites to meet people and connect with people.
Oh.
And, like, we'll go to the club, and people have to understand that swinging is not all about the sex. It's about the communication and the connecting with somebody. Because there's many times where we'll go to the club, and there's 100+ people in the club. And on the main floor, there's just a giant table, and everybody sits around like a giant house party and has a couple of drinks and chats away. And you don't even know that there's sex going on somewhere else in the club.
Okay. So hold on. So in the clubs.
Yes.
Let's meditate.
Just to touch before you guys go in, we have Denzel Skyer says, wait, like the swap thing, like Nabi, to each their own.
Okay, Sincere, can you get on in here too with us? Thank you. Let's get on in here and lighten up the show. Can I get a piece of paper towel? Because I seem to keep licking my lips with the lipstick and I don't like it. It goes all on my teeth. So what I'm trying to figure out, do you swing because you're trying to put excitement in the marriage? Or do you swing because something is missing inside the marriage? Like, what's the reason for the swinging to begin with? How did that start and what's the reason?
We actually started to spice things up.
Okay,
So we had no issue in the relationship itself, but it was more of just to add a little bit extra. So, to meet new people and expand the relationship, I guess, is the best way to do it.
So what I'm saying to you,
Yes.
You couldn't meet new people by going to the restaurant or for breakfast?
You know what? The swinging community is a different community because everybody's on the same wavelength.
So, yeah, I understand what you're saying.
So, but whereas if you go to the bar, I hate to say it, you go to the bar and you're sitting down there as a single woman or even as a couple, there's always going to be that person who comes up and is hitting on you and making the inappropriate comments. Whereas when you go to a club, everybody is on the same page and nobody makes those inappropriate gestures.
I think what she's getting to is she's saying essentially it broadens the horizon in the relationship.
Yeah.
So it adds more fire to it. Essentially that's why
so that's what if it adds more fire to it, what I'm trying to say is Sunday tea, let me have some of my tea because whoa, this is lit. It's hot in here. What I'm trying to say to you is the reason I'm just asking.
Yeah.
For the reason why you started to swing was to enhance the relationship.
Yes.
So that means the relationship was getting a little bit on the down. I mean, it never stops because if you're in love, it doesn't matter how you do it. You're in love, so you're going to love that person. But you guys felt that the spice was kind of running out. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yes.
So you felt like, okay. So when was the first time that did you and your husband sit down and talk about it and said, honey, I think we should try a little bit of this or a little bit of that. Like, how did you guys come up to the agreement to start swinging?
Actually, he approached me about it because he had met somebody, a couple online, actually through a Facebook site, and they were chatting about it. And he kind of approached me one night and said, I'd like to get together with these people and hang out and see, you know, if there's any connection and how it goes from there.
And then you turned around and said, "Oh yes, honey, let's try." No, what did you say?
No, at first I was a little apprehensive because you know what? This is a big step.
It is, absolutely.
And yeah, there has to be a lot of trust. And it was that first of, well, like you said, is why do we need to do this? Like, what am I not giving to you?
So I'm going to hold you there. So now, you loved your husband. You love your husband,
Yes.
absolutely, 100%.
Oh, yes.
And you felt like you loved him enough to I'm going to use the word cross the line. Because for me, it would be crossing the line.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So you loved him enough to cross the line to satisfy your marriage and to keep your husband there.
Exactly.
Can you explain that to a lot of people? Because a lot of people won't understand that. Do we have any questions out there?
We have a whole lot of questions.
I'll touch on Mark. Says, in this generation, ever since Tinder, Grindr, or other dating apps, it is easy to cheat nowadays, which is truly sad. People who cheat are weak. They are insecure. They need validation, loyalty. So loyalty in 2016 rather, is dead. I still believe there are people who are loyal. And Mark, just to answer your question, cheating is different from swinging. Swinging is in a mutual agreement between two people who love each other and decide, hey, we want to do this. Unless for one party they do it just out of the fact they think they may lose their significant other, and in that case, it becomes unfair in that sense. But in this sense, she's stating that it's a mutual agreement between her and her husband. So it's something they have agreed upon.
And they're okay with it.
Yeah.
So we're trying. We're here for. We're not here to judge. This is not.
Absolutely not.
This is not a judgmental thing. This is everything that we do or I do in here is we try to understand. Because there's a lot of things and a lot of people that are sitting at home right now that there's a lot of things in life that none of you guys understand or you get. So I'm informing you guys and I'm bringing people to inform you guys for you guys to understand on a different level. Not saying that you guys are going to become swingers or swing, but if there's people out there that is curious and want to know, we're informing you of certain things that other people would not inform you or speak on. So that's what I am. I'm the person that speak on things that you guys would normally not speak on or hear. Because it's a hush-hush. We're not hush-hushing today. We're talking.
Can I jump in for a second?
Yeah, absolutely.
So the biggest thing I will have to say is if you're going to do this because your relationship is, you know, tanked out and you figure this is the only way to resurrect your relationship, it's not going to work. I can honestly say that. I have seen too many couples where they figure this is the only way to bring the
spice back?
Well, not just the spice, but to actually turn the relationship a whole 360 to bring it back to where it was. That doesn't work. And again, communication is key. Every couple that enters into the swinging lifestyle has their own set of rules and limits. So, I mean, my husband and I have our own separate rules, and anybody that we get into a relationship with on first meeting, find out exactly what our rules are to know that if they cross the line, then that's the end of the friendship.
Sally, could you share some of your rules for scenario? You and your hubby, you guys go out and you meet another couple.
Yes.
So and you guys talk and you get to know each other and feel each other out. You maybe go for dinner again another time and have a drink, and you guys decide that you guys are going to get sexual.
Yes.
What kind of things that you guys talk about or you need to know, or is there protection involved in this? It's like, tell us what happens when you guys finally get to that agreement. You know, we're gonna change now.
Yeah. You know, and it is. It's almost a dating process of, you know, you talk to them, go for coffee one night, do dinner another night, and then, you know, from there it either leads back to somebody's house or, like I said, to the club. But yes, there's the rules. Like.
So you actually take time to get to know the individual.
Oh, you have to. It's not like you're just picking somebody up just for the sex. You're trying to make an actual connection, both a spiritual and mental connection with this person.
Okay, so another thing that I wanted to ask you now. I think I'm one of the most jealous person in the entire planet. I don't, like when I think somebody's looking at my husband or my boyfriend, or when I think anybody's looking at anybody in mine, I get fires out of my eyes. So I want you to tell me, how is it possible for you to sit there and watch? Like, how?
Well, not necessarily she's sitting. It's not just one other person. It's a couple. So,
but No, but at the same point, I understand. I mean, I have had some jealousy issues in the past.
Yes.
But you know, it's one of those things, especially when you first start out, it's one of those things that you take each time as a step. And like I said, we have our rules. So I mean, at first when we started, we had basic rules like, yeah, using protection. I can't remember what else we had at first, and we still have that one. But for a while there, I just got so insecure of watching him with other women, even not even just the sex, but even just, you know, kissing them and the whole bit. And I finally laid down the rule of, you know, I'm not comfortable with this anymore. So the rule was no kissing above the neck. Because for me, anything above the neck was a personal, and that's, you know, that loving connection. And so for the longest time, it was no kissing above the neck. And I've now outgrown the jealousy part. I've become more secure with myself. That we've now, you know, initiated that back into the relationship.
Okay, so we'll take a little bit of time here. We'll come off you for a minute and give you a break. Where's her water? Can we get her water for her? Because it's hot and steamy here.
We're going to address some of your listeners and your viewers.
Absolutely. We're going to address some of you guys now, sweetie. Give us a second here. We're just going to give her some water. This topic is hot, steamy, and lit. Tea! Sunday tea! Yes, so anyways, can you give us, Jesse, can you give us a question or something?
Oh man, you want questions?
I want all kind of questions.
What?
Okay, so there's some good ones.
Yeah, there's one touched on parameters you set. Sally Ann has answered that for us. Debbie answers, when you enter in a marriage, it's to become one with God, not for with God. It's not right. So she doesn't believe in this.
Okay, hold on. Do you want to? Are you a religious woman?
Not really.
Okay.
I was raised religious, but
you don't really.
Not as
do you believe
much.
in a God?
I do.
Okay, you do.
Yeah.
Okay. The only thing that I can say on that note, now I'll let her address it as well, is everybody has beliefs and standards and moral beliefs and moral standards. She doesn't believe in anything higher. She believes in God, but she really doesn't believe in religion. So on that note, I don't think it would affect her in that sense. Now, for me, I am a godly person, and I believe in morals, and I believe in things godly. So for me, it would be something that I would not practice. But for Sally doesn't have those barriers. And for the person that just made that statement as well, you are religiously moral, godly moral, and you have your value of marriage, which is fantastic, which is the same as mine. But we can only listen and learn, and we don't have to choose any other entity that anybody else goes into.
And just to add, just because you swing or whatever you do, that doesn't mean that you don't have morals as a person. But it's just different beliefs, I would say.
And that's the word. It's different beliefs. Absolutely. Can we have another question? I hope that answered you a little. Thank you.
Raquel says Brad Pitt and Angela Jolie swing. She also says, do you guys, directed at Sally Ann, do you guys all do it together in the same room, or do you guys perform their acts separately?
Us personally, my husband and I have the rule that it's within the same room. Because we find that the connection is actually heightened by watching each other with the other couple.
Which I think is a proven fact. That's why people watch porn. Because it turns them on.
Yeah, so, I mean, watching porn gets you. If it's a clean porn, some of them are kind of green. I don't know. Wet, some of them are green. But the ones that are good, steams you up. It gets you steamy, or I guess that's the word, right?
And this is just for you from Leanne. She says, swinging is not in the same ballpark as being unfaithful. It's just a preference. Just like a blindfold or candles. I guess is the way you can look at it.
Absolutely.
What else we have here? A question from Mark. It says, do you ever get jealous of your partner when he's with another woman?
I have in the past. It hasn't happened recently, but I've also gone through some changes myself to bring up my own self-esteem and not think that every woman, like you said before, that every woman that looks at your man is after him.
So do you think that somehow, somewhere in the relationship, your husband made you feel less of a woman? It's just a question, that you really don't want to do what you're doing, but you are doing it to please him? Because there's a lot of women that are they're a pleaser to their husband. Could that be part of this swinging, or is it you actually enjoy it?
I actually enjoy it, and actually, my husband worships the ground I walk on. I will honestly say that. It was more of my own self-image of myself that, you know, I had 2 kids and had some weight issues, and I just felt ugly. Whereas, you know, we can go out on a Saturday night, I can get dressed up in a corset and a skirt and my thigh-high boots, feel like $1,000,000. I don't care if everybody thinks I look like $1,000,000, but I feel like $1,000,000, and I can strut my stuff, and the people at the club, again, have all the same thoughts. And, you know, it's quite a turn-on and self-boosting to get somebody comes up and says, you know, you look really hot tonight.
And it's nice to always have a compliment, but
Yeah.
is swinging the answer for a compliment? And then that's just a question.
No.
I mean, I don't think that I would want somebody to compliment me, or I wouldn't want to feel complimented because of swinging. I want somebody to, because I look confident and because I'm a beautiful woman, I'm intelligent, that's the reason why I would want somebody to tell me that,
Yeah.
right? Do you have a question for me?
No, go on.
How we doing? I don't want to leave the folks out there.
What is it? Debbie says, what if feelings develop? Is that creating trouble in the relationship?
It hasn't happened with myself and my husband. I have known it to happen in the past. But I guess the biggest thing is most people that go into the lifestyle, it's a solid relationship. Again, like I said, unless you're trying to fix a broken relationship, it's a solid relationship. It's not somebody trying to look for a better spouse. It's more of somebody looking to enhance what they already have. Yes, sometimes feelings do occur, and you have to, again, communicate with your spouse and let them know. But I think the biggest thing is when that starts coming up, you have to be able to talk to the other person and say, you know, but why are we having these feelings? Like, is it because, you know, they're trying to replace something?
We have Mark Abner that says, I would like to know if your partner is allowed to be aggressive with you negatively after you two have agreed upon being swingers. My ex-boyfriend and I agreed upon seeing another person, but when he gets jealous, he threatens me. I'm not with him anymore.
I've never had that issue. And I will have to say this as well. The morning after we've been at the club, and if we have had sex with another couple or whatever, the next morning when my husband and I have sex, it is 10 times better than it normally is, because you have that personal connection with somebody that it just raises up your libido, and is just amazing how much better it is the next morning.
I have a question that I want to ask. Do you guys have kids?
We do. We have 2 children.
Okay. Are you guys open about the topic with kids, or is it something you just keep separate?
Our children are young enough right now that we keep it fairly separate. We will at some point, but like most times we don't bring people back to the house.
Okay.
That's why we go to the hotels or the clubs or whatever.
Okay.
Mark, I actually had a friend that her husband used to have her. He would love to have her get other guys to come and have sex with her. And a matter of fact, after she had sex with the guy, the husband would turn around and get right angry and beat her. But I think that was something that made him feel good. So, and she would cry and say she's not doing it again. But he'd say, I won't, next time I won't. But it's how he got his little kicks, right? So it does happen, sweetheart, all the time. Sunday tea, you guys. Aha! Do we have any more questions out there?
I have a question there. What are the rules regarding younger couples looking to raise a family while in the swinging community?
Who's that addressed to? Is that for Sally?
That's for Sally, from Jessica.
Younger.
So, for instance, you have a young couple, they're in their early 20s, and they're looking to start a family. They're deep into the swinging community. What are the rules regarding them if they want to start creating a family and in that swinging lifestyle?
I don't know about any rules per se, but I think you really have to look at your own relationship. And if you're going to be wanting to start a family, you really need to concentrate on that more. You know, I would say you can still be apart. Like I said, still hang out at the clubs and, you know, stop down and just chat with everybody. But at that point, I probably wouldn't think as much about the actual sexual experience itself.
So I have a question for you, Sally. I'd like to know how many days a week or months, how often do you guys swing? Is that a regular thing, or is that just once in a while for a special occasion, or like?
For us, for a while there, we were out once a month or so. Lately, it's been a couple of times a year, and it's more of just, yeah, like you said, getting out for a special time. We went out last night to a swingers club just for the Christmas party, and to hang out with friends and relax. And, you know, again, there was no sexual aspect to it. It was just more of sitting around with a bunch of like-minded people, getting dressed up as slinky as you wanted to. Because, again, you can't go to a regular club here in Calgary dressed in a corset and a, you know, short skirt and thigh-high boots without everybody staring at you and making gestures. Whereas, you know, here you can walk in and everybody just kind of says, "Oh, hey, awesome, love your outfit," and carries on.
Do we have any more questions?
We do. Denzel is curious. What would you want to get tested after every experience?
I don't get tested after every experience. We do it a couple of times a year, just for our own sanity protection.
Yeah.
That's another thing within the community, is you're relying that other people in the community are playing it safe and are getting regularly tested. I mean, and that is a question that we have made to other couples before, that we don't know on a well enough basis of, you know, what's your activity like and have you been tested recently?
So yes, you guys, the topic is on swinging and how to keep our relationship excited, and also we're talking about relationship trust issues and how do we resolve the trust issue with our boyfriend, husband, friends, or whatever. We don't want to lose all the topics, so we're going to go back on the trust a little bit here and give Sally a little bit of break. Do you have any question out there on the trust issue, and then we can continue?
Well, I think we went into this swinging topic, so maybe you could just discuss the talking point that you have in mind.
Okay, so no more questions?
It's a lot of them are still in the swinging community. They're regarding protection and you know, the communication factor. You know, they're
Leanne
very
Doucette
curious.
says, "Why would the rules about swinging and talking to your kids about it be any different than a vanilla couple? Question mark, question mark. Who tells their kids every time mommy and daddy get busy?"
Do you want to? Who wants to take that?
I can take it.
Yeah, that's
by all means. I think the thing is some people do bring their other couples into the house, and depending on your child, they're going to start questioning when mom and dad bring, you know, Auntie Sue and Uncle Mike over, and then there's another aunt and uncle that come over the next weekend. Kids are quite apt to ask questions on things like this. That's part of the reason why we don't normally bring people over unless we've got a good solid relationship with them. And then still it's, yeah, things don't happen in the house because I don't want my children being exposed to that type of attitude.
So if somebody wanted to get involved in the swinging, and they wanted to find out where to go, just they wanted a little bit of experience to see something different, how would they be able to reach you, and how would they be able to get to you?
If that was okay.
If that was okay.
Yeah. Probably the easiest thing would be contacting me through email and just sending me a private message, and then I can get back to you. There's also lots of websites out there. There's lots of Facebook groups. There's great ways to do that.
So on that note, you guys, I know a lot of people are confused, whether it's moral issues and moral standards, or normal standards or not normal standards. Everybody's a little bit confused. Some people are okay with it. Some people are running. But I'm thinking, in the world that we're living today, you guys, isn't it better that we can get to know the people that we choose to have these kind of life with, to know that we're safe, get to know them instead of, you know, running around on the streets or running around where it's not safe, because it is getting dangerous nowadays. What's good for one person doesn't necessarily mean it's good for the other. This is not something that I would indulge in, but there's a lot of people that would indulge in it, and it'd be okay for them. We, on the other hand, are not here to judge. We're here to learn and understand. We're also talking about relationships as well. And for all of us out there that is in any kind of a relationship that we're not sure, I know the first thing is we as women should not accept any kind of disrespect, and we need to have communication. And there's a thing that I was told. They have a word that they call it. We need to surrender to our man. Does anybody know what that word is? It's
surrender means to give your full self.
Yeah, we have to pretend that we are, even if we're a strong woman, we have to pretend that we're not as strong. We have to give in to our man, because men are really peculiar creatures. They want
to be vulnerable.
We need to show some kind of vulnerability. We can't always be a bear. We can't do that. We have to just kind of settle down and let him take the lead. We have to let our man take the lead sometime in most situations, because if not, our man start to feel inferior. They're starting to feel that they're closed in and they don't have any words, or they don't have anything to say. And then that's how most of us usually lose our men, because we don't give them the respect at home, and we don't give them the thing that a man is supposed to be. Back in the days, why people married for 20, 30, 40, 50 years is because wife would step back a little and make their husband make the decision. And lots of wife didn't work, and lots of wife was at home cooking and doing what they were supposed to do. So when the husbands came home, they were happy. They were complacent. They went out and they made the money, and they're the man, they're the lion in the jungle, you know what I mean? And they come home, the dinner was put there, and they felt the way they were supposed to feel. And now we end up in the year 2000s, and it's changed. Men don't get dinners anymore, and the woman won't shut up, and it's like, well, do what you want to do. And it's like, if you don't want to give it to me, I'm going to go to the sex shop and buy my little thing. I ain't got time for this shit. So we're now trying to take away what a man is supposed to be, and this is where we're running into problem. It's not just one woman, it's all, and it has to do with society. It has to do with the world itself now. It's made it very hard. You can't just have one person working anymore. You both have to work to actually survive.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
With that being said, so the fact that we are living in 2016 and things have changed, women are definitely more independent. A lot of women make more money than men. So do you feel that it should be like it was in the 1925s, where women just cook, clean, mop the floor, and lay down and cook? Or do you agree with this?
I don't think it's necessary that a woman has to cook, clean, and lay down. Nobody, come on. Realistically, that sounds kind of stupid.
But I mean, that's essentially...
But what I'm saying, no, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, women kind of coming out of their place a little. You are a woman. You're dainty for a reason. We need to let the man continue to take the role of a man. If not, you're losing the men at home.
But what do you mean by that? I'm trying to converse.
Well, what I mean by that is, for instance, I am a very strong-willed woman. Mm-hmm. I don't like the word no.
No, you don't.
I don't like to be told what to do. I'm very argumentative, but that's not good. We have to sometimes go like this. Yes, honey, you're right.
So you mean compromising?
Compromise.
Okay.
That's the word. Compromise. Right? You can't always say what you feel. Sometimes you need to hold it back.
And does that go for the man as well?
That goes for the man as well, definitely, because it's a relationship, it's communication, and it's respect.
Of course.
Right? So if each one of them is not having respect for each other, they're losing the value of the relationship. You know, do you understand what I'm saying? Do we have any questions out there? I'm going to shut up for a minute.
Okay, so Denzel says mad respect for Sally Ann. Leanne Doucette says men need to be needed, women need to be wanted.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's the problem in a lot of relationships. The men are not showing the woman that they are wanted.
Yeah.
So something we touched on before we started filming. If a man does not feel needed, he will go where he is made felt, making a difference.
Yes, he will leave the home.
He is seen as sexy and wanted all the time. If a woman does not feel wanted, she will go as well.
So it's common sense. we that are in relationship need to take the extra time to make our spouse, whether it's me, I gotta take the extra time to make him feel special, and he has to take that extra time to make me feel special. It's not a one-sided story. If you want your relationship and your marriage, and you're out there listening, please take the extra step and the extra time to make each other feel welcome, thankful, and given. Take the extra step. That's all we have to do, right?
Debbie adds, women are more liberated now. It should be 50-50. If I reach home before him, I will make dinner. If he reaches home before me, he will make dinner.
Okay.
And there's nothing wrong with that. But if you have trained your man that dinner will be on the stove when he gets in, and you decide to kind of switch it up on him all of a sudden, you in some problem because you already had him trained that you were going to put the dinner on the table. So be careful what you ask for and what you want. We have to set the standard and the example right away. It's like if we pick up a man and all we continue to do is spoil him. Down the road 3, 4, 5 years, I'm tired of spoiling your ass.
All right.
Get do something else.
So back on topic, how do we put spice back in the relationship?
Honestly, woohoo! How do we put spice in the relationship? Well, I feel that the women that are shy in the bedroom needs to come out of the shyness. If your husband wants you to crawl up the wall naked, crawl up the wall naked. That's your man.
Crawl up that wall.
If your husband wants you to do headstand on your head with your legs spread like that,
Spread eagle wide.
your leg. That's your man. And if your man wants a little bit of it, do what your fella wants, because that's your man. Because if you don't get it at home, sweetheart, he going outside to get it.
I just feel like people.
You can do so many things to spice things up.
I think people get in their heads too much. I think people make things more difficult
Try
than
some
they need
whipped
to
cream.
be. All
Try some honey.
it takes is just taking a little more time for each other.
Sally, what's your input on this topic?
I have to say, communication is definitely key. You know what? Go pick yourself up a little sexy piece of lingerie, or, you know what? Just for fun, get yourself a blindfold, or hell, even take one of his ties and just say to him one night, you know what? Tie me up this time. You will be amazed at A, how much he responds to it, and you might find out that you like it a bit too. I mean, the sensations, if you take away your sight or your ability to reach out and grab him, might just be what you need to put that spice back in the love life there.
And respect. I think respect is I think respect is huge. Respect and trust is huge.
Yes.
I mean, at the end of the day, you all are going to age and we're all going to get old, and sometimes the sex is not going to be the foot that you need to stand up on. But the respect and the communication is going to be what you need to keep that relationship standard and going. So on that note, for me, I think it's really important not to lose the respect. Because when a man has respect for you, there's certain things that he won't do to cross the line. But the minute that he loses the respect for you, he will tend to cross the line. Now, I've been cheated on, in relationships, and it builds up things that cause no trust. But for me, I just think it's a lot of praying and God and all of that will help you and guide you. And don't get it wrong, you're going to have rough days, but you're going to have good days. And your relationship is going to be rocky, and it's going to be good, and it's good. But keep the respect, and the respect will pull all the sexual activity great, and it will pull everything else, the children, everything. But without respect, I don't think there's a relationship.
I think also this day and age, people have forgot the true meaning of romance.
Yeah.
What it is to really romance the person that you love, to really come home, rub your feet, or bring you some flowers when you get home, or send you a bath with some candles.
Yeah.
But I mean, you have to, unless you want to fall apart, you have to make time for those moments to set the candles and put them around the tub and get the rose petals and play a one Kenny G or whatever.
The one Kenny G. But what if you don't have a guy that's romantic?
Well, then you know what you like, and you chose what you chose. So you fell in love with this guy or this man, whether he's romantic or not. People think chivalry is dead, and it's just not dead. There's romance, I believe, can save any relationship. True romance.
Amen to that, true romance. Because I mean, when you wake up in the morning and you get a real good, you know what I'm talking about, and then you just want to make breakfast. And you want to clean, like, holy shit, man, you got the cloth out there. True. And you're wiping, and he's looking at you like, what the fuck? And you're like, whoa, baby, tea, let's have that tea. I'm telling you guys know what I'm talking about.
It's so true, though. Like, I'm telling you, when you give it to your significant other good. And
my Lord.
You wake up making turkey, bacon, whatever, scrambled eggs. You cut up the fruit. Here's your vitamin. Where are we going? Let's hold hands.
It was lit. Do we have any questions?
We got Michelle saying, train him to be romantic, be patient. Ooh. So even though he is not a romantic person, you can train him in baby steps to be romantic. If he truly wants to be with you, he will make those changes also to
you
keep
also
him
gotta
happy.
figure.
So you hear that, guys? If you have your man and he's not romantic, you can train him. Patient is a virtue.
And men by nature are not romantic creatures. So take the time and show him what you want. That's why the sex toy market is the way it is. Because you know what? You can very easily buy a little toy or buy some cream. Or, like you said before, pick up a tube of whipped cream or chocolate sauce or something like that and say, honey, tonight dessert's on me. Show him what you want, and it'll spark it in there too.
Dessert is on me.
I get it. That was good. No pun intended.
I'm sorry. Good. Those little toy things are cold. They don't have any blood running through their veins. I don't know. Sorry, I had to throw that joke in there. Sorry, I had to throw that in. Do we have another question?
No, everyone's sort of agreeing and hanging in there on the romance and communication, and romance is the key. Someone's agreed upon that. Men love to be romanced as well.
Very true.
Yeah. Someone Denzel says freak Ross is lit.
Like even for the ladies, when your man's coming home from work and you're at home or whatever, all you gotta do is get an apron. Have nothing on underneath the apron. And cook that nigga grits or whatever. You could be cooking pancakes, it don't matter.
It's hot and steamy in the Sunday tea.
When he come home or your significant other come home, climb them like a motherfucking pole. No pun intended.
Whoa! There are we getting some topics lit.
Michelle also says hit hot oil bath and candles, rose petals, and glass of wine. It's a hit of an evening.
Michelle, I'm coming over to see you. You guys, this lipstick is so strong. Sorry, Sunday tea. Woo! That's why you watch me, because you like me. I'm real. Yes, I am. Anyways, questions, you guys?
When it comes to the free dress, it's between Dora and Keisha Cheeseman looking to get that dress. They're lighting up the page with hashtag T.
T.
Not to lie, MK Fashions.
MK Fashions. Don't forget, you guys.
I'm sorry, can I hold your cup? Can I hold this? Can you stand up, please? And
you
just...
yes!
You look fabulous!
Can I get a little bit of music?
You can get whatever you want. You can get whatever you want.
Can I, you guys can follow me on Twitter. Twitter. You guys, you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. Please don't forget, follow me. And this is a platform for everyone, not just me, you guys. I want everyone to come down and share your stories in a good and a positive way. Food drive. And, oh yes, I'm doing a food drive here, you guys. And I don't want you guys to forget. We want to help everybody, well, we can't help everyone, but whoever we can help in need this Christmas. I do have a food drive going on out here, and I would love to get some boxes of, anything you can get. A can, a bottle, anything. Anything would be great. Don't forget, you guys. All right, you guys, I'm going to give you a little bit more look at this, and then we're going to come back to Sally.
So before we turn some music on, it says, Jay Anthony says, I believe honesty on your sexual preference early in the relationship is key to success. If this is not done, people start to feel trapped in a relationship. What are your thoughts?
But you know what, too? Sometimes when you just meet somebody, it's hard to just come out in a relationship and tell them, well, I want to bite your pink toe off, and I'd like you to take out your big toenail, and I would like you to throw some hot wax in my ear. So what I'm saying to you, it's very difficult to come out so clean in the relationship, So it's like, it's just, you guys are mating, so you're taking time to get used to each other and to find out what each other likes. So I don't think I can just come out right away. You're killing yourself laughing. I don't.
You know, and that's another thing. No man wants to. Well, they do, but in the earlier part of their life, they will sleep with all the women that just fling it at them and make it obvious. But men that marry women don't want a girl who just dashes out her hole.
It's true, but a man wants a whore in bed and a lady on the street.
Hey!
So girls, when you at home with your man, you need to be a filthy dog at home.
Bring the Rihanna out. Bring the Rihanna
out. Bring the Riri. Give me a tune and I'll give you the dress. What do we got out there?
Denzel says he's got you for boxes, and he says, "Stay blessed, my girl."
Thank you. You're going to bring me some boxes of food? Is that what he's saying?
That's right.
God bless your soul, young man, and you deserve all the blessing in the world. And I pray that you have lots, because you're a great person. Who else do we have out there? Do we have any mic from right out there?
No, we do not, but we have a lot of shout-outs we can get through later on.
Okay.
Varen was our last one that showed up recently. Who else do we have? We have lots and lots of people.
Hi.
Michelle Johnson been asking tons of questions.
Okay, let me show this dress again for
MK Fashions.
MK Fashion, and I will come back to the questions. Here we go. Tunes. Give me a minute to get up. Nice and easy.
They say when I come burn, I'm like, go. Middle finger still screaming, fuck, bro. She just tryna curve, girl, fuck that, though. Pull up in that drop top.
MK Fashion! Doesn't she look flawless?
Move your hair out of the way.
Move your hair.
Give it to you non-stop.
Hey!
Love the way you drop that. Love the way you top that.
Oh, God.
Says she want me on top.
MK Fashion.
Could this be real?
I got the dress here, you guys. Look up my back. God damn. Woo! Woo! Stop it. Stop it. Get up, girl. Anyways. Hashtag T, you guys. The dress is here waiting for someone.
So who has the most
You can pick up the dress tomorrow when I tell you who the winner is.
So far, we have... Ooh, where is it?
Hashtag T.
What is it? Keisha Cheeseman. She's been lighting up the board with hashtag T. Keisha Cheeseman. Oh, Ryan Perez says Sunday wants a dress too. You go tee up too.
Oh, you want a dress, Ryan? Okay, I'm going to try to get you one, sweetheart.
I think it's really Keisha
Cheeseman so far.
Keisha's probably ahead of the game right now.
Keisha, you look like you're winning. Keep Sunday T, baby. Keep hashtag T. Hashtag T. 2 minutes to go. So, we want to talk a little bit more. Can we get a couple more questions? Because we still have Sally here. And is there any questions for Sally direct for the swinging?
No, they're all just hanging in there watching. They're loving. Lots of love.
Thank you. God bless you guys. And again, you guys, I wanna we only have a few minutes, so I'm gonna, Sally, I'll let you say something. I thank you for having you. It was such a pleasure.
I enjoyed being here.
And I would like you to say something to the people out there that's really important towards swinging before we take you off.
I will have to say that definitely communication is the utmost key in this. But you know what? I have made so many awesome friends through this experience and long-lasting friendships. Like, these are people who I don't even look at sexually, but they're my sisters and brothers. Hang out with them like family, and it just adds to my own life. So keep up the communication, though. That is the biggest part of this. The communication and honesty.
There you go, you guys. So, again, I'm going to just close this with just myself, Sally. So you can take on over there, and I'll just get back over here. We have 16 people. You guys, I'm telling you, the support from the community and the support from my Facebook friends and the support from everybody that's been supporting me has been tremendously great. It's actually a little bit overwhelming. I sincerely thank you guys so much for being here for me. And I'd like to let you know this platform is here for every single one of you. If anybody has any idea, anything that you feel that you want to get out there, you want to start, you want to do, please come and see me, call me. Most people know where they can reach me. But if you don't know where to reach me, you can email me at www.differenttrends.com. Somebody's going to put that email up there for you right now. I am willing to do as much as I can do for every single person that I touch. I would love to touch every single person's life. Also, it's a Merry, Merry Christmas, and my son is not able to make it home for Christmas, which makes me really sad. I have never in my life have had a Christmas without my son, and I'm asking God to cover him. And Christopher, I love you. I know you're out there watching it. Merry Christmas till I get a chance to see you again, and a great, great Christmas, my hun. And here comes your sister.
Chris, I just want to say Merry Christmas, and I love you, and I'm always thinking of you, and freaking call me sometimes, because...
And also, this live is to, I'd like to also reach out to my other child. Her name is Shaniqua. Shaniqua, I love you endlessly. I miss you. Your sister misses you.
We do.
And I hope you have a fantastic Christmas wherever you are. And I hope you can pick up the phone and call home and say Merry Christmas. We love you very much. Do we have any more questions out there?
No, we are good. So Leanne says, thanks, Sally, being open and honest, taking a chance to open our eyes. Dancel says, I like the studio. I like to say each to their own. Keisha Cheeseman says, inspiring, #T. She really, really enjoyed it. Ryan Perez says, big up yourself, Althea and sincere. He does not want the dress.
Thank you,
We knew that though, Ryan. We knew that.
All right, but yeah, that's all we have there. We have, yeah, did pretty good.
Yeah, so I still need to sit and still need to say thank you, because you guys, this is a journey. And I'm trying to climb far. I'm trying to give us something that we never had in this city or this country called Canada. I'm trying to get a platform for us that we've never had. So we need to work together and make it great. So we can put out our topics and we can bring our culture into Canada. It is time. It is time for us to have a platform, you guys. So let's work together in every possible way that we can. I sincerely thank every single person out there that has music, that has sat here to watch us through the whole time. And I know that you guys are enjoying us, and I'm enjoying you guys, and I just love it. I can't wait to come back next Sunday for you guys. I wait every week to inform you of great, great topics. I'm going to bring Sally back over for you guys to give her a thank you and for her to say thank you as well. And we're going to say goodnight after that. I'm going to bring you out with my tune. Here's Sally. Sally, we thank you for coming in and sharing your experience with us. It's fantastic. A lot of people wouldn't do that or wouldn't be honest enough to share it. And I sincerely respect it. And I thank you very, very much for coming down to Sunday Tea.
Well, I was so glad to share the experience with people. And, you know, I think it's best just to be informed.
That is the best way to be. Here you go, you guys. I'm going to bring you out. Sunday Tea. I'm bringing you out. Oh.
Girl, I need that hot stop. Give it to you non-stop. Like the way you drop that. Love the way you top that. Said she want me up top. Girl, I need that non-stop.
Could this be real? See, it's all in the way you feel.
Jessica, you look like you're in
I'm
love.
a bit of a big deal.
Get you high like
I'm in love, sweetie. I hear you.
Just wait for cheesecake.
Can you spell shit's real?
Oh, you guys, I have to show you this just before I go. No, I'm not going yet.
Summer's almost over. We
Sincere, can you please bring me Jessica's cheesecake that she makes us weekly? Everybody needs to know. And if you
I would
guys
bring it if I knew where it was.
And if you guys need one, she's bringing it. If you guys need any cheesecake for the Christmas holiday as dessert at your family table, you need to put your order in now. If you need some rum cake, please find me at Differenz and get your rum cake. Okay.
Said she want me on top. Girl, I need that non-stop. Give it to you non-stop.
Oh, look at the cheesecake!
Love the way you top that.
It is delicious. It's delightful. And we haven't had it yet, but we're going to have it. So, yes. Do you want me to be your waitress? I'm going to do this. I got cheesecake tonight. I'm going to make it work. I got cheesecake tonight. Bye, guys. Sunday tea. Lit.